Hello?
There we go. They can't hear me still, though. I gotta go and fix it. Sorry, it moved my mic. Again.
Ah,
You see the new Discord layout? I mean, because it updated, and that might have been why it went down earlier. I don't know.
I don't I don't hear you on Discord, dear.
Oh, is she on Discord?
No.
I didn't know
Yeah,
she was
mom's on
there.
Discord, but I don't hear her. See,
Oh.
when you talk, is your thing. Now talk and see if you light up.
Ooh, okay.
I don't hear you. Is your mic on?
So what I think,
Are you plugged into the right port?
what might be happening is that her PC might be connected to her virtual reality home, maybe?
Can you hear him? Okay.
I'm getting a game overlay.
Oh, she says what does she do about that?
You're gonna want to go open Discord and then go into settings, which is gonna be the gear in the bottom left. On settings,
Is that okay?
if you're in settings, as you scroll down, you'll see voice and video under app settings. What's the progress? Hello?
What's it say you're hooked to? What's it say in the boxes? Yeah, what does that say? Which is what? Click on the down arrow and see what you're selected, because that is what you're. This is like the Pro X or something. Well, I guess you're hearing it, so it should be out, but is your mic turned on? Is the button down?
Now it is.
Ah,
Hi.
mechanical error.
I'm silly.
Hi.
Yeah, mechanical error.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's weird how
So,
every time
you're
this,
okay?
well, every time this issue happens, I keep forgetting what I did to fix it.
Oh my god. Write it down.
It's different things at different
Usually,
times.
I know, you usually go through a million different things, and then when you fix it, it's like a miracle.
But it's like
You don't know what you
I
did.
immediately do what I did last, and if it doesn't work, it's like great. Well, but
So you haven't fixed it.
I know what went wrong. My PC updated, and so it's doing this, and then I restarted
This
again.
is insane. You cannot keep dodging this. Oh god. Horrible.
That means mom's PC. Well, I don't know if she updates or not. I can't say that. I update mine, but I'm on Windows 10. So.
It said, yeah, give me a second. It was a cumulative update for Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me check to see if that's the one I've been avoiding. No, this one came out a couple days ago. So this is a new update, April 8th. Obviously though, it's like, well, that was a couple days ago. If I don't like that, then I should just undo it. Unfortunately, because Windows is a big liar, you can't actually go back for some reason ever.
So what you should do next time you get it fixed,
Make a
is
snapshot.
go in, set a restore point.
And I made a note to do that. Maybe I did. Give me a second.
$10 that he didn't. Oh, hello.
I'm trying to check, but I feel like I'm walking through a minefield. I don't... System restore, you could undo system changes by reverting your computer to a previous restore point. Okay, let me click on that. It says that there's a restore point on the 7th, but I didn't set it. It says at 11:34, 7 p.m. there's a restore point.
Make sure it says 2025.
It does. And that obviously is before this update. So should I just try to load that?
Are you saying that you're now unplayable the way you are again?
I haven't tried to play, but I've got jitters, and I just know that I'm gonna start having issues. I mean, I could play, you know, I could probably suffer through the day, but like at the end of the stream, I'm probably gonna have to restart. Oh yeah, my frames just dropped really bad.
Yeah. Nope.
If we don't do the dungeon now, then it's gonna be on Sunday, because Saturday we're gonna do the prologue quest.
It can't be Sunday unless you are very strict about when we end.
I'm not the one in
Whatever it is.
control. I can't control that group.
Well,
But-
do vice versa. Do the dungeon Saturday and the prologue.
Well, we
on
could,
Sunday.
but I kind of thought about bringing Jared along for the prologue.
Well, dungeon's not going anywhere. We don't have to do the dungeon, right?
I'd like to get quarter 1 done before we start doing the quarter 2 stuff, but
We got
There's
time.
stuff from 5 years ago we haven't done.
yes. Okay, so this is interesting, this Discord update. Now when I take screenshots, it doesn't copy the UI, which is nice. So basically, right now I can see who's talking with a little nifty UI on the side of my screen. So basically, I used to have that off because it meant that if I had it on, it would show up in screenshots or on maybe on stream or something. But now it doesn't. Oh man, yeah, I'm back to the old.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty rough. All right.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
What can you even do like this? Why would updating, like, you want to update your PC?
I don't know. I think your PC is.
I did what I did last time and emptied my entire recycle bin. I had videos in there and stuff. I was just, oh, I'm gonna get rid of this, and I did that. And then I restarted my PC, and that worked last time, not this time. So this time I'm gonna do a restore point. What are we gonna do next time? I guess we're gonna have to keep doing restore points. But Okay. Well, for one, I gotta remember to eat my cake, because I keep forgetting. People are pretty happy about the new business model. I think. I can't say that I'm too annoyed with it because we take forever to get through chapters anyway, so it's not too terribly different for us. Okay, who does anyone need? Does anyone need anything for their pursuit?
I am at 18.
Yeah, Mom and I are both at 18, and if we just do the daily, picking up the daily login calendar stuff,
You're killing me.
for the next 8
No, we
days,
can
we'll
do.
have
We'll just
everything.
ride along with you if you need whatever you need to do.
No. I've got my
Not
outfit.
whatever.
I've got my costume.
Oh,
Yeah, what I meant was I need a goal right now, something that we can do that.
well, I just was looking at my. Oh, never mind. That would be dumb. That's a dungeon.
What kind of dungeon?
I don't have a monster helmet for this tank. But
Yeah,
that's
probably better for when I'm
yeah.
better. So,
Well, let me get off of her and get on my other one, and we can just level her up.
okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Alright, whenever you are.
I'm loading. It'll take a bit. Still loading. It's still going. I went to Alanor, probably a lot to render. Okay, I'm there. This is unbelievable.
Are we supposed to go to you then?
I'd hold on. I'm just gonna pick up some dailies.
We don't have a group.
You would not believe that I mean, I can go through my screenshots and it looks better.
Work outsiders! The Divine Prosecution requests aid. No, they're assuredly.
So, like, whatever update I'm on just seems to be the best one,
appear to need
and
direction.
whatever update comes out after that. I mean, it was basically like, it was saying, like, I'm gonna update outside of working hours, and I was like, I sent you not to, but... Okay, hold on. A bit longer. I'm gonna try to get out of here. You know, I'm looking on the website, and they told us what the new dungeons are that are coming out in Q3, but they didn't. I don't think they even said the names on stream. Like, you can port to me.
You could port to Kyle.
So, just out of curiosity, what is your reasoning again for why you won't just shut it off when you go to bed?
What's your reasoning for asking?
Because by it being on 24/7, it's allowing it to update when you don't want it to.
I got complacent. I thought that like the update that I got last was obviously something was wrong with it, you know. Obviously, updates aren't supposed to really mess with your computer. They're official. They should be optimized. So eventually, I was like, I felt satisfied with letting it update, and so I did. So it's my fault, because I was like, this should be fine. It should be okay. Updates are supposed to happen.
If you know it's gonna update and it's working before the update, take a snapshot.
Well, I do have one. I don't know
point.
how, but there's one there on the 7th, and I definitely did not set that on the 7th, so I don't know if it did it automatically. That's a day before the update rolled through. Like, what? How did that happen? It's on the list. I'm looking at System Restore, and it says, it gives me a list, and it's just an empty list except for April 7th, 2025. So, I don't know how that happened. Maybe an angel.
hurt.
I could have sworn I was supposed to get, like, pre-order rewards. I guess I probably get them when it comes out.
It's in your inventory.
Wait, really? Like,
Oh, pre-order. Never mind. Sorry.
oh wait, no,
I
you're
have
right.
this.
You're right. They are
There's a
there.
chest here. I already have it. If you want it.
I'm good. Give me a second.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said there's a chest here.
Oh.
I already have it.
Oh,
If
how
somebody
generous
wants it.
of you. Thank you. It's advanced.
Crabby.
Great.
Unfortunately, we're about to take on a crab boss. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty fun. I mean, like, these pre-order bonuses, it's not even like I have to pay more. It's just pre-order. I'm kind of glad they got rid of the deluxe things where it's like pay $10 more for extra stuff. Instead, it's just kind of like you have the pre-order, and then you have the pre-order Extreme Edition with all the chapters, and it's like, I don't need that.
You just went past Nirnroot.
Did I? Man, I must be...
Yeah.
Oh, it's over there. I was like, I must be worse off than I thought. I also got the new
Another
emote,
chance at perfection.
the Murkmire Harvest.
Oh. I guess I do too, but I don't know how to use it.
You
Oh,
have to
did
go
you
into your
order also?
collections.
Oh.
Murkmire Harvest
Sure.
is a daily, or it's a daily pickup reward. But yeah, I did order. I ordered.
Did that creature offend you somehow?
I don't have this. Oh, there's some. What is this up here? It's an egg catch. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah. Now see, if I do a system restore, does that mean that I like lose files that I got in the meantime?
It should roll the system back to where you were at that date. I don't have this one either.
Okay, it's not that much of
Date
not that much of
time,
a
but
change
it
anyway.
It shouldn't delete files that you have. I don't think.
I'm really eager to try out this recall animation. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm gonna use it when we're done here because when we're gonna go to the Delve. Okay, so we're doing Krabby.
Oh, here's another one. Okay, it's completed.
So you know what I'm thinking? I'm gonna make a bold prediction for this year. Maybe like the finale. And it's not random, it's well thought through. But I think we're gonna have some kind of reunion with Darien in some way. I think that this is the closest we've ever been, probably.
Oh, I was surprised he didn't mention it. Well, not really surprised
I think
because he's
that-
dead.
Well, he's something. He's just kind of like
Yeah, I guess
he's
somewhere
definitely
else.
in like a limbo, and so he's just kind of like, where is he? I'm just thinking, if he's gonna show up at some point as something, then it's gonna be this year. It's all about like bringing back old characters. The girl that likes him is confirmed to be a character.
Oh, okay.
The singular woman who likes him. Okay, now I'm gonna try to fight through this with my horrible frames.
Damn it.
If I get hit by crabs, that is because of the frames. I'm really looking forward to subclassing because I want to add some Templar stuff. Okay. I have entirely frozen. Okay, I'm back, I'm back.
These mud crabs fly.
They fly now. This is gonna be rough. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere here. Here she goes again. Oh, I need to take a drink. There we go. Yep. I don't do a lot of damage, so we're gonna need to really focus on her. Okay, that was a pretty good one. Nice. I had to turn my music off, so it's just very quiet.
I'm keeping all the little crabs busy.
I think we need you over here, please. Ah, she's gone. I mean, the little crabs kind of, yeah, they're annoying, but the boss is the big bad, and we're not doing a whole lot of damage. There we go. Block. Nice. Okay, for this next crab rain, I'm gonna apply a reviving barrier. And here we go. Alright, here she is. Give you all you've got. Do not hold back. I guess if the crabs are in front of you, you have no chance but to target them. No choice. Okay, we're at 20%. We have a new person here to help us out. Yeah, it'll go a little faster now. My frames are a bit better because, like, once everything in the general area has rendered, it's a lot smoother. Nice work.
Hey, I just gave her my ultimate again.
5, 4, 3. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me. 0.8. 0.8%. Imagine dying right now. Oh my goodness.
There she died.
Okay. There's another crab here. I guess it's not one of her coral crabs. Okay. Not anyone I know, I don't think. Alright. Now I get to use my thingy. Okay. So we're gonna be going over to this area right here. I'm going to portal to the Ebon Stadmont Way Shrine. Alright, here goes.
Ooh, Dito. Whee!
Hooray!
Yeah, I want that.
My portal didn't render, but I went through. It's probably because my PC's current limitations. Alright. Oh.
Go to you.
Yes, please.
Yep, or me.
But yeah, you get this for ordering the 2025 season.
Oh. Well, is that what we want? That's what we want.
I think so. I mean, if you want to be doing all the stuff with us this year, you might need it. Like I said, there's only two things to purchase. It sounds like. No, only two options. One option is if you want to get all the chapters, which we already have. And then the other option is just for this year's content. The moons are so pretty. Yeah, so you know what I was thinking? The island is called Solstice, and one half is all very warm and summery, and the other half is very cold and dark. It's like a summer and winter solstice. I don't know why you have to crouch down to get in here.
I'm alone. I'm alone.
I can't help it. Okay, now I'm here. Now this person says that they didn't watch the stream, so they missed the monkey, and it's like, is that possible? I mean, can't you just put in the code?
Yep. Put in the code, get the monkey.
I don't know.
It's like it doesn't like track whether or
They
not
don't know you
watch.
didn't watch this stream.
I don't know.
More? I need some tea.
I should probably let them know that.
Oop.
I'm gonna get this. Pilgrim
Okay.
Remains. If you can get it, then it will stack. So I got one.
Oh.
If you got it, that would be
Oh, I
two.
see. I just fell.
Sploosh.
Oops.
There, Pilgrim
Shoot.
Remains. Yep.
Oh, what? Why is... Surely I've read this before. Okay, there's another one over here. I should put us at 5 out of 5 when you get it. Okay, so now we just kind of follow the bridge. I'm not gonna get lost this time.
Just don't fall through any holes.
Kinda tricky.
You think you're jerky?
Nothing personal. You're being a jerk.
Oh.
We have an accord.
I see a chest. Do you have that chest?
Yeah, I thought, is it over here? I do not have this. No.
See, an Altmer Argonian mix is not foreseen, but it's interesting. It's pretty far from Somerset, you know. And also, I mean, like, it kind of felt like they weren't going to be able to do any more Altmer DLC because it's like, you did Somerset, what are you going to do? I guess invent an island.
A most gratifying resolution.
Okay, so this should bring us to the other side and out of the delve. Okay, let me grab that code for them.
$250,000 gold.
Yeah, pay me up. I'll give you the code. Okay, so we are out now. Honestly, I kind of want a portal again. It'll cost me.
We've seen before. I can tell you that much.
It looked like when I appeared, I even got like a flash of magic. Like I didn't just pop in. I went. Pew! I could be wrong.
Good find, cohort.
Okay, so here's a way shrine you can use to get back to Alinor. What I'm going to do really quick is to save myself money. Actually, no. You guys go ahead and you guys port to Alinor using the way shrine, and I will teleport to you so I can see my animation again. Let me know when you're there.
Where are we going?
Eleanor. Bernadine.
Mom's home city.
I am there.
All right, let me give it a shot. Yeah, weirdly enough, the portal doesn't seem to actually show up for me. It's probably a client-side issue that they gotta fix. I'll see if I can check out anyone else using it.
Well, I got some perfect row. That's always nice.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Well, that loaded faster than last time.
The divine
You seem quite.
Okay, let's see what I got.
Accumulate wealth and smile all the while.
Nope. But yeah, I'm surprised they decided to do subclassing so soon after scribing. You think they would have at least like saved that a little bit, like wait a couple of years. I don't know. Like that's a whole other layer of combinations. All right, if you guys want to pick something up, you can. Let's try to deal with my frames. Your monkey just did a backflip.
Lost in Corndale.
Okay. Okay, so this one it's gonna be right here.
So, K-turn?
Yep.
This is the one down on the beach, the boat.
Yeah, this is the one with the, this is like the sea cove. Can't pick up that mushroom or Xandar's gonna get mad at me.
A new opportunity for experiential research. Top notch.
So yeah, the two dungeons that are coming out, I mean, this sounds pretty normal. You know, like the quarter two is a zone, quarter three is gonna be a couple dungeons, quarter four is a zone. So the two dungeons that they honestly I don't think they told us about will be the Black Gem Foundry, which isn't too surprising. It's very Cold Harbor sounding. And then Naj Kaldish, which is going to be a Nargonian Zanmir dungeon, which is pretty exciting. I like it when they give dungeons like names in a language. And the trial also took me by surprise. I didn't think they were going to do that.
But no delves.
Well,
So that's
I
the
can't. It sounded like from what I heard, it sounded like what we're looking at is possibly a like half a chapter in June and the other half in like November. And I would assume that we'd probably be looking at like delves and world bosses. But so like half of a zone has maybe 3 bosses and a few delves, and then we get the other half with 3 bosses and a few delves. So that's just kind of what I would assume, because they did say that it would be like a chapter strewn out over a couple updates. So I would assume that there's still gonna be stuff to do in the first part. I don't think they really said what, but I'm gonna be going over the whole stream again over the course of the next, well, I guess couple days. The USP stream is this Saturday, and I'm gonna cover stuff.
When's the next ticket event?
We're having a ticket event right now.
I know, but I want
Oh, you want that outfit? It's funny, I'm kind of about the outfit. I'm like, Julianos is my guy, but it's kind of like, I don't know, the cropping is weird.
But it's probably not till witches, huh?
No. I would
Okay,
not
because
say.
I couldn't think of another event between now and.
I would definitely think that it would be somewhere next month, maybe, or the month after is when we'd probably get the costume. It's pretty good. I just kind of wish that it was longer in the chest region. You think it would be like robes, right? But I guess it's like more imperial themed. It's more Greek, Roman. There was one down there?
There was one back over here. Yeah.
Nice.
Time for tea then.
Some people are wondering why they decided to make a new area and not use one that's just, you know, already there. I think it might have something to do with them just wanting their perfect space that they can divvy in half. I don't know. Fortunately, they got kind of lucky, and I could see them, like, for example, doing Whiterun and Winterhold, and then saying, like, there's a magical sandstorm that splits the area in two, you know, so you can't cross the mountains.
Yeah.
They could do that.
Yeah.
they could do Shivering Isles. Shivering Isles is already a location that is split into two, so that probably wouldn't be very hard to do. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're ever gonna like release a whole DLC all in one chunk in the future, but nothing would really stop them. They're also putting a lot of effort into this whole new. I mean, like subclassing is base game. You know, everyone gets that, and then also a lot of updates to base game and stuff like that. Like the furnishing box that all ESO Plus users get with their subscription. So we're going to be getting that. So I think a lot of that stuff is kind of what I expected to get this year. I did not expect an actual zone 100%. But it does look like the zone probably does have a lot of reuse assets because they probably were at work doing a bunch of other things. But I don't really mind.
I see a on my bar.
Oh yeah, okay. It just got to go down to the beach. So when they announced the Argonians and Altmer, I mean like, the first thing I think of is I'm like trying to find a reason, like why in the world would there be Argonians? You can make sense. I mean like, Argonians are in Black Marsh, and this is right off the coast, so that makes sense. Altmer, we're really far away from Somerset, but I do know. Oh, hold on. I gotta loot that. I do know that there is a place where Aldmer and Argonian society kind of crosses over, and it's really, 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 really old. And I think that they probably are going to use that to explain the island. And they even touched on that lore a little bit earlier this very year. So they're probably thinking about it.
Going to need a moment.
They sounded like they wrote like a whole history for the island, which they did for the sisters as well. Because the sisters kind of would seem a little bit odd without having a book explaining what is this place, and they wrote 8 books, I think.
Wow.
They wrote like 7 or 8 books, and it's one of my favorite book series that the game has written, because it does such a good job of making a place that feels like it came out of nowhere feel like it was always there. So we'll see if they do that again. There's Dad. It sounds like this island is very remote and unknown, though, like isolated. Like no one really knows about it, so we'll see.
We have an accord.
I know I didn't know about it.
Pretty cool.
And even I heard about the sisters years ago, but we didn't have any information about them.
Feeling hostility.
Oh, they could also do a DLC with Kespar and Hearn, which are 2 islands that they could easily just say that you can't go to the other island until later. That would be like a Redguard DLC, which I think we are incredibly overdue for.
But we know why they're not going to do that.
Well, we know why they won't, but I'm sitting here going, well, okay, if you can't do Hammerfell, at least do these little islands that Elder Scrolls 6 probably doesn't care about. It would be a good excuse to do some Redguard stuff, but I don't know. I could see that happening in 26 or 27. Alright. We did get everything, right? Ooh.
That says talk to the guy.
Talk to the guy.
Just occur whatever.
What'd you call him? Oh. Justiciar. That's...
See, you'll make fun of me no matter what I say. That's why I
Well,
said
I'm saying
fuck the guy.
sorry. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of information
say
here
it.
that they didn't.
Was it just
Just the CR.
Just
I,
to
but it just I thought you were like insulting him, just like just a cur, and I'm like, you call him a cur? He's just a cur. That'll get you tossed into the prison. The Altmer will not like that.
I'm marking as junk.
So basically, like a really long time ago, the Altmer, kind of they had moved away from their homeland and landed on Somerset, and eventually they were just kind of like, Somerset's nice, but we want to see what happened to our homeland, and we want to check it out. So they realized that they really just don't know where their homeland is in respect to where they currently are. Like, where's our homeland in respect to Somerset? We are not sure. So they sent out 3 ships to try to find it. So they sent them in various directions. One ship never... Actually, no, I think 2 ships never came back. The only ship that did come back was manned by a guy named Topal the Pilot, who went all the way around Tamriel, discovered a bunch of stuff, and then came back. And I'm wondering if, like, maybe a little bit of his crew had maybe dropped off his ship or something and landed on that island. Because it's like, that's the only thing I can think of is for Elvin Christopher Columbus to...
Or the other 2 ships.
Or the other 2 ships, but they were in wildly different directions. I know for a fact that Topal went by where Solstice is, because I've mapped out his procedure, his whole trail. I've mapped it out before, so it wouldn't surprise me if like that journey was related to this island. But he didn't find their homeland. He just found Tamriel. How annoying. Oops.
The device.
So yeah, you might have that bay to the south of Blackwood is called the Topal Bay, named after him. And the river that goes through Blackwood is called the Niven, which is the name of his ship. Now, like I said, this was a really long time ago, like incredibly ancient. So we don't know all too much about it. We historians just have these ancient pieces of text that they try to translate, and they gave us some additional lore earlier this year. And I'm like, hey, if they're thinking about it, they also called one of the houses that they're releasing, they called it like the Hall of the Ancients or something. And generally, the term ancient is kind of synonymous with the like ancient Altmer, which Topal the Pilot would have been. So I don't know.
This one fails to understand.
Dad, what's your daily?
One must pay a fee for
I don't know.
loading boxes.
Let's see. I talked to the guy here, right?
Talk to the guy.
Yes.
Talk to the guy.
As designated by the proclamation of the proxy queen.
And yet this one does not see high elf merchants paying such
He's
tithes.
not telling me. Well,
the
he's
tariff is
blue,
waived
but let
in
me.
the cases of vendors
wrong
who have
thing.
regularly
Put your weapon on
traded in
Wrong
Avalon for
thing.
decades.
Yeah, he would not like that.
Only new arrivals get taxed.
He's not.
The taxes
All I could say is
from
tell
our
me
customs
about it,
officers
or does it
ensure
bother
that
you?
Only quality goods are brought into
He's
Somerset.
blue, but I can't.
As the goods of our
Turn it
high
in.
elf
Already
vendors
take
are
one from
above
him?
reproach, their exemption from the tax is only logical.
Vala brought these spices
That's weird.
all the way from Alabaster, and you say he must pay.
Really?
Now the
She'll give
lady's
you-
asking me what's
She'll give you a
needed,
Dell
Did your
or a
queen
boss.
open this land?
but she's a boss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. Oh, he's not blue anymore. There's
You're-
no mark over his head, so I can't
What is
check
going
anything
on?
from him.
You're confusing me.
He had a blue arrow over
He
his head
doesn't
before.
have a blue
but-
arrow for me either, but I guess because I already
Well,
did
that's
it.
because you already took one from him.
Oh.
I haven't taken one from him, but I don't have anything. I can't take anything from him.
And does the woman have one?
The woman does. I can say what's needed.
Okay. Which is odd because
It's the keel splitter.
yeah, it's not like you have the same dailies that I do. They is your quest log? No, your quest log's not full. Can you tell me exactly what he says when you try to talk to him?
When I talk to him now, he says the divine prosecution never rests. So as long as there's malevolent forces set to defile our beloved island, and then I can either say, "Tell me about the divine prosecution," or does it bother you that the divine prosecution
Look
needs
in your
outside help?
Somerset. Look under Somerset and see if you have.
Oh yeah,
any-
maybe you took it without realizing.
If I do not have Somerset in my list,
I could never
I
imagine.
have Apocrypha, Cold Harbor, The Reach, Western Skyrim, Companion, Guild,
That's weird.
Main Quest, and Prologue.
I can't make sense of this. 'Cause I mean, for all logic and reasoning, you should have a quest. And yeah, you did say. Oh,
Well, and he
here's-
was blue after I turned in
Hey,
the one from Mom,
port to-
and
port to
now
me.
he has no arrow.
let's
What?
let's reset your instance. Port to me.
to you.
Yeah. I'm wearing the new costume, by the way. You notice?
I didn't.
It looks pretty
I
good in
noticed you
this.
had legs.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't always show these.
Notice your legs.
I
So
noticed
what
that-
is this? Oh, is this the?
This is the-
what
Well, I'm
we're-
only seeing one blue arrow as
This
I
is what
come
we're
down,
working towards,
and he does not have an arrow.
Daggerfall Covenant. Yeah, that does not track at all. Facepalm with me. Okay, well, honestly, that's kind of like, there you go. That's kind of like weird because it's like, well, when will you see it, right? It's like if there's something, if you can't access it, like what will
Maybe
reset
I
it?
was seeing because I'm seeing one now, but it's not his. I'm looking through the wall. It's the one over her. So
Right,
yeah,
but-
he does not have a blue arrow.
So the way that dailies work is, you know, like every world boss has an associated delve quest, and it's kind of like, so it's like, oh, we got Crab and we got the Pilgrims. Those are always intertwined to my knowledge. Crab and Pilgrims are always going to be a daily loadout. So Dad got Keel Splitter, and then there's another one. And I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's not liking Dad. Give me a second. I doubt there's a list for this. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna move on. I'm going to portal to a place. And you're gonna follow. Let's see if I actually see it this time. Nope. What does it look like, by the way?
It doesn't really look like a portal, like what we're used to.
So there's not like a circle? Is there like a circle I walk through?
Not really.
Not that kind. There's kind of a spiral or a
Kind of a wispy thing.
swirl. But it's not even like a It's,
So
it's
nothing
different.
nothing actually like forms because it's so,
No,
'cause
not
it-
like the portals we're used to.
okay, so there's nothing like something with a symbol because there's supposed to be.
I mean, there's like swirl.
Yeah,
a
I can
swirly
see
thing.
like the swirly effects.
That's pretty much it.
Huh. I will send you a. Okay, you can
Perhaps we can
port to me.
complete a rift
Port
or
to
two
you?
on our
Yeah.
downtime.
I'll send you a quick little screenshot of what it shows it look like. Oh, the website looks so shiny now.
I mean, you should be able to do a preview of it yourself, right?
That's true. Let me see. Customize actions. Recalling Mages Guild recall. Oop. Oh, I don't have my preview button bound.
Yourself a drink. And one for me.
How would I do that? That's a mess. It would be like interface, user interface. Here we are. Lovely emotes. Nope.
Who's horse? Is that your horse, Sonny? You have a monkey.
Yeah.
Whose horse?
Here. And then this is why.
Oh, that is your horse. I thought you were using the monkey. Oh, so this is what you got. Okay.
I just put the monkey away and got
Okay.
this is the horse
Oh,
and
they
the
have pretty
pet that
blue
I bought.
eyes. Very nice. Very nice.
Mom, did you ever find the taunt skill that I was sending you?
Yeah, I have to. No. Yeah, you told me what it was. But don't I have to level up to get it?
Not on your Arcanist. If you're doing the Arcanist one. Your Arcanists just get them by default. To my knowledge. I mean, like, you probably have to, like, unlock it after a few levels, but you're leveled enough. Blah.
Yeah, I'm at 50.
Yeah. I call it Mages Guild Recall.
Shall I pull her up and...
Nah, it's...
Okay.
So this person had 6 hours ago. They said Mages Guild Recall is the wrong animation. I don't really think that's the case. I just think it doesn't look right. But yeah, the way that I'm seeing it in these images, like here's a quick little picture of what it's supposed to look like. You see that, like, portal in front of the guy. They'll fix it, most definitely, I'm just saying. Also, the site is so pretty. A lot of fun effects.
Yeah, no, it's not looking like that.
Alright, well, that means that it's not just
At
me.
least not as solid as what that looks.
Yeah. I'll go and pick up...
Let it sit with you. Novel erudition always
We don't have to
makes
follow
it
you.
pay.
This way.
Nope. If...
Over here, old Jack.
I have to struggle to get over to an area.
Okay, that's all I've got for you.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Alright, we'll do this. We got the Teeth of Sithis.
You hear about Dunlay's killer?
I'm about to head up to the new Root Whisper Village. Want to come along?
You're heading where? Look, I've been in Murkmire
Okay.
for years, and I've never heard of a rude whisper village.
Alright, we will take... Honestly, man, I forgot how far apart way shrines are here.
I don't have anything, so...
Okay. We're gonna go to Deadwater, and then we'll just go east.
Okay, there. And go east. Wow, there's
East.
stuff around here I don't have. But it's a fall off of here.
So they said that like there's I mean they are not really slacking off. I think they said, I don't really know how this is gonna work, but they said Western Solstice is supposed to have like 3 armor sets, and so is Eastern. So like I'm wondering, like, are they actually 2 different zones, or are they all one zone with like 6 armor set pieces? I'll have to look into it. But I mean, that's a lot of armor set pieces. They're not slacking off. And
No, it sounds like people are still
Yeah.
gainfully employed.
yeah, a lot of
Stuff to
effort.
do.
And I mean, it's good because the game makes a lot of money. I think I
Well, I mean,
heard.
look at the building they're in.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
nifty
pretty
place.
Pretty sweet.
I think I heard that like they've made 2 billion off the game. Could be wrong about the number.
No, I would expect.
Well,
as
you
much
mentioned there
for
were
10 years.
what 20
You suddenly missed the live stream. You got the monkey from the ESO live streamer.
people
Nice.
playing,
They
something
gotta
like
pay
They
a
that.
gave
lot
the
of
code.
And if you figure that they're either paying, well, they had to buy the game, then what percentage do you think have ESO Plus?
I don't know actually.
ESO Plus is like a monthly income stream. And
Yeah.
then every time they come out with a new chapter or something every year, it's another $50 per person if they want to, unless they hold off for a couple of years and then spend 80 and get everything they missed for 2 years, you know.
To be fair, we're getting a pretty good deal this year with getting dungeons alongside the DLC. Then again, we would have gotten them anyway if they were ESO Plus specific, like they usually are. But
Boy, I jumped
They're not
out of
specific,
the
but-
water. Oh, boy. I couldn't get out of the water. Shh, shh, shh.
oh hi.
Don't want that thing.
But obviously, I can't really say that, like, 'cause I don't know how big the zone is. I don't even know what's in the zone, so I can't say that $50 is an appropriate value. But it sounds like it probably will be. Because, like, you gotta remember, Craglorn was released in South and then North. And so now we're doing West and then East. And Craglorn has a lot going on, a lot more than your average chapter zone. So I'm wondering if that's what it's going to look like, or if it's just going to be smaller.
I suppose.
We don't know. But PTS is Monday. I'm still like shocked that this is all happening only in like a month and a half. But PTS is going to drop Monday. They're going to have people testing out subclasses and probably the zone and whatnot. Never a fan of PTS season myself, but
So who gets to do that?
it's funny. Literally anybody. I don't even think they
Oh,
need to
okay.
own. I don't even think they need to purchase the DLC to try it out, because they want as many people as possible to go in and test it. So
Oh.
I could do it,
Okay.
but I don't, because I don't want spoilers. But unfortunately, because I slack off, they sometimes make mistakes, and I only catch them after release.
Yeah, see, you would be a big asset.
I feel like the only people who notice them is me. So, wow, you found the problems that only you would have found upon release.
Most gratifying resolution.
Okay. Look out
There's
for
a guy in
traps.
front of us already going through.
Maybe he set off all the traps. Yep. I'm good. I honestly cannot wait to turn my computer back. Oh my goodness. Okay. Honestly, you should probably go this way. It looks like everything is actually the most dangerous way possible. Tablet of the Void fragment.
Make better choices.
Okay, so we got everything that we... No, we need the tablet of the destroyer. Okay. Why are vampires summoning flame atronachs? We wouldn't want them to be anywhere near flame. Maybe they, like, take their heat or something.
I already have
Yes.
the chests in here. I already have this chest, so if someone else wants it.
Let me check to see. Is there an endeavor for
No.
locks?
I don't think so.
Oh, you didn't even let me check.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
fine. No, I don't care. I get enough chests.
I didn't know you were checking.
We made pretty good rugs. And look at all the little Argonians around the tree. Cute rugs.
Any more? I need
Okay,
I don't
Sky
have-
Shard.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Oh, good. Alright, now we just take this door. Go on through the boss chamber. Then we should be out.
He's already done.
Everyone's fighting for their life down there. Okay. Arrows everywhere.
Who keeps setting off the traps?
Who keeps loading the traps?
I walk next to the wall pretty much and miss all of them.
I don't remember those things.
The blood ghosts?
Yeah.
Seems a waste of time.
Ah, dang it.
A most gratifying resolution. You are interrupting Scholar Cell!
Alright, here we go. Quick boss. Nice. Up. Inventory.
Apocrypha with you.
Oh, chest. I do not have this one.
A fated arrival.
Oh wow, she's back
What
already.
in the world? Good.
People grind this one for a
And
lead.
down again already. Okay, yep, I got the chest.
Alright, good. This should lead us out, I believe. Alright, here we go. Yeah. Oh, well, that did not... There we go. There we are. Okay, now we gotta go and turn this in.
Oh, I do not have that. Okay.
We have an accord.
This is where once you fall in the water, you have a hard time getting out. Ah, here we go.
Is it? Oh, that's because that's what happened to you?
Yep.
Oh, wait. There is a sky shard here, Mom. Do you have this one?
Oh, I don't.
And their nostrils filled
Okay.
But I don't see
Quality
it.
material makes for quality goods.
courage.
Okay, this is the one where you gotta be kind of careful. This guy's gonna get mad. Oh, he's mad. Nope. Okay. Okay, this is the one where you kind of gotta be careful because it's right. It's like a rock right below this one, and if you ever you don't want to roll or anything. Hey, you made it. Hey, you made it too, but you didn't need to.
No, I didn't need it either.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
You
I'm
just,
probably gonna hit the rocks.
you know, your lightning,
Nope, I
your lightning
didn't.
jump. Your bear is kind of going nuts up there.
Oh. Oh, Phew.
You guys can't lightning jump. Looks like you need a subclass.
Oh, you know what? I had hit walk, and I was trying to swim, and I was swimming really slow. So I guess if you have walk on and you swim, you don't swim fast.
Nope.
Okay, there's something over here I don't have. Where is it? There it is.
I use my pyramid to harvest runes.
Oh, there's a book here, Blackwater War Volume 1. I didn't have that one.
Oh my goodness, I didn't either. Hey! Thank you. How did I miss that? Okay, that's saved. That might be the only one I'm missing. Generally, I don't start reading a book series until it's like I have all of them. It's like, well, I at least won't start until I have the first one. Okay, we'll use the way shrine up here.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
And where are we going?
Lomoth.
Yep.
Planning to improve your equipment while you're here? Smart.
I do not miss hauling glorified bricks out of sinking death traps. Do miss the weight of a bountiful reward in my hand, though. Check back later. Sure to be more where that came from.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Deadwater gloves. I already had that. Does you guys have dead water gloves?
I don't know.
It's gonna be Deadwater is 2 words with a hyphen in the middle.
I do. I have it.
Oh, wait, I'm looking at collections. Alright, where do I go? Where do I go?
You wanna look at outfit styles?
And you said gloves?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I have them.
All right. All right. So, I think that was pretty good. I don't know, like, if you were on a scroll, but you probably should have been
Towards the end.
towards the end.
But that's okay, I leveled up.
42.
Oh.
Okay, I should probably try to do my endeavors. And I could. Does anyone want a duel?
Not me.
Okay. I mean, I guess I could do alchemy, watery foes, and outfit,
I did the 2 courtyard.
or that.
The furnishings, yeah. I did the courtyard and the alchemy and then the. Come on, what did I do? I did the alchemy, outfit, update an outfit, and courtyard furnishings. So
Well, I could do 2 of those in one place. So maybe.
Alright, GG.
GG's.
Yeah, nice day off.
yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Had a good time.
Same.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Night.
Night.
Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
hold on. I don't know how to get out of this.
What are you doing?
Oh, it says escape. Okay, never mind. Alright, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Huh.
Keep your eyes
Discord's
open
still
for a
slow.
good tea shop. Always happy to try a new blend.
Everything's slow. Okay, so basically I restarted my computer, and obviously everything's running really bad, because that's what it does after I restart. It's always just it's never liking my updates. However, apparently my PC saved an old restore point for some reason, and I can use that, but I would have to restart the entire stream, and I might just end the stream in a bit and try to get it fixed, because if that doesn't fix it, I'm gonna need to do something else. But I obviously, like, I'm gonna be talking about what was revealed a lot, like a lot. And to be honest, I thought I was gonna be having to talk about it a lot longer before it was released, but it releases in early June, if you can believe it. We're getting a nice tropical island to enjoy the summer with. I mean, that's pretty exciting. I'm really liking where things are going. Let me tell you, like, I was pretty bummed before, like a couple or a few weeks ago, because for all I knew, I thought that they were just gonna toss in some quest lines at us. I wasn't really quite sure what was going to be going on. I'm sure as most people know.
I'm seriously reconsidering my decision to move to the archipelago. I was promised sun and waves, not new
Hello.
experiences.
It's okay if you didn't get a notification, though I probably won't be online much longer, because I'm going to need to try to fix my computer. But I'm going to be streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and also Saturday afternoon on the UESP channel. But yeah, so I was not expecting a release so early, and that's really nice. I was expecting something. I was expecting it to like basically release like in Q4, at least like half of it in Q4, and then the other half at the beginning of next year. But I'm pleasantly surprised. Where's the writ? I think you're dang cool too. Reminder that my Friday streams now start at 11:30 instead of 10:30, so that'll be when I'm live. Is because I do an extra hour now at work. But Saturday and Sunday are going to be the exact same. We're probably going to do some good VR chat this weekend, along with obviously a lot of ESO, especially if I can get my PC fixed. Because man, I gotta revert to before I updated. Anyway, for those that don't know, really quick, give me a second. Man, a lot of things have been happening today. For one, I got a new phone. I haven't done that since like the end of 2021. So man, it's like a new car smell with a phone. It's pretty nice. So basically, for those that don't know, we just had a ESO's year announced. Like everything that they're going to be doing this year has been announced, and their new format has been announced. And I've been kind of very nervous, incredibly hyper nervous about what this new format is going to be like, because a lot of it didn't really sound great to me. I just kind of thought they were going to be improving old systems that I didn't really care that much about, and then also tacking in some quest lines that were kind of one and done. So I was kind of nervous about what they were going to reveal. But they did reveal an actual new zone coming out this year. The zone is geographically where I had theorized it would be, but I didn't theorize that they were just going to make a whole other island. I thought they were going to actually choose one that previously existed. I don't know why they did that, but they might have some reason for it. I literally cannot find the writ boards in this place. Maybe I already did my writs today, and so I'm just missing out on where they are. I do not know. Here, let's go to Rimmen. No, that's gonna be stuffed with people. I don't know. Markarth, maybe? No, let's do Solitude. So, right, this is what's going on this year, is that we are going to it's not going to be the exact same as usual. We're not doing chapters anymore. We're not doing, like, huge drops in the summer, and that's it. That's not how they're going to be doing things. So now, they are doing things in the form of a season. Let me show you what that means if you don't know. So essentially, a season is that you pay for all the content that's going to be releasing over the course of like 3 to 6 months, right? And they let you know what it is. Like, obviously, you know what you're paying for before it happens. But here's an example. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is the Elder Scrolls Online 2025 Season of the Worm Cult, I believe they call it. So essentially, this is how it works. You see, right now, I guess Fallen Banners would be included, you know, but I already own this. This is the new dungeon pack that came out. Part 1, Seasons of the Worm Cult. This is the first half of the new zone, and it's going to be releasing in early June 2025. Quarter 3, the usual quarter for 2 dungeons, we are getting an event and 2 dungeons, so that's amazing. And then quarter 4 is going to be the rest of the zone. So it just kind of like is released over time. Not too terribly different from what we're used to. Easily manageable, and it's really nice to just get it done in one purchase, you know? Alright, have a good sleep. You're just doing every 11th. I mean, that's a strategy. I should have expected the I should have expected this place to be full, but you know. But yeah, I did get a new phone, and so I spent a lot of today trying to get it like caught up with the rest of my stuff, right? Syncing it with other things and whatnot. And it was a pain, much more of a pain than it should have been. Yes, every 11th, one of them has to be right. That's true. You can't go wrong. I will make a note. Anyway, sorry about the drop frames and stuff. Again, I'm gonna try to get that fixed. It's I know what's causing it vaguely. Oh my lord almighty. Alright. We're gonna try to get our endeavors done, and then I'm probably just gonna end so I can try to fix what's going on. Well, yeah, here are the boards. I guess, does Vastir not have boards? I could have sworn it did. I thought it just lacked a turn-in location. I do not know. Anyway, so really I can't really complain about what we got announced today. Like, it certainly went better than I thought it would. Because there's let's be honest, there's kind of a divide between what I like in ESO and what a lot of people like in ESO. Like, a lot of people really like the theory crafting for builds and PvP and other things, and I'm kind of I'm not really focused on that stuff as much myself. So when I got worried that they were just kind of going to attempt to polish off those game systems for those people. And it just kind of sounded like they wanted to, you know, fix things. I mean, like, they were improving base game, for example, and I was just kind of like, base game doesn't look bad to me. It just looks, you know, base gamey. It doesn't necessarily look awful. But I'm someone that's playing, you know, I've played Morrowind. It doesn't. Here's the new emote. he's got a fruit. It's not like a drink. It's like a mango, or is that, no? It's a coconut. Now, he's just laying here. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's right. So there's a lot of things that a lot of people like that I don't particularly care about, and so I was worried that this was going to be the year kind of for them and not for really me. And it's like, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not all about me, for example. But I was really hoping that we would get something that I want, like Zone, you know, like somewhere to explore, and stuff like that. That's really what I want the most. I want to explore, I want to talk to people, I want a place to put new books and new dialogue that I can revisit. Hi, Enchantress! I actually got sorry, Mom and Dad left. My bad, but we'll be playing Saturday and Sunday. Anyway, so yeah, basically, like, I like zones because zones are the best way to convey lore, in my opinion. Quests are good, right? But zones have quests. Zones also have books, and zones have, like, dialogue for NPCs that you're like, holy shit, that's a blank reference and stuff like that. It's all in, you know, when you have, like, a knowledge of history and stuff, you can look at ruins differently, and zones just basically are the thing that I'm into the most. I'm not necessarily as excited about. I'm not even as excited about subclassing as a lot of other people, for example. I do find it exciting. I want to grab some Templar abilities, for example, but it's not like something I'm losing my mind over. I'm losing my mind over the fact that we're going to this cool place, you know. I also want to say that I really like the Writhing Wall idea and event. I think that's very neat. Something that I always wanted ESO to do was to have some kind of event that all players can witness, like Fortnite or something, you know, when they do that. And for ESO to do that, where it's like, you know, you do something, you see that wall go down, you know, what's it going to look like? How's it going to happen? I don't know. It'd be kind of fun to see ESO lean into that more. Imagine you're just like minding your own business, right? You're just in Sunport minding your own business, and then you just see in the distance the wall just drop, and you're like, holy shit, they took the wall down. I don't know if that's how it's gonna work, but the idea excites me. And the thing is, though, like, this idea is kind of simple, but imagine if they could really lean into that and do it more as time goes on, and like maybe like there's a cage with like a beast in it, and we need to like unleash that beast for some lore reason, right? And like everyone's smashing at the cage trying to unleash this dragon. Maybe it's Nafalar or something. Nafalar's in like a crystal cage, and we have to like free Nafalar so that we can gain his help. And, like, everyone's smashing at the cage, constantly just trying to get him. Obviously, this has to be connected to a new zone, so maybe Nafalar can be, like, the transport that you take to a new zone. I don't know. But, basically, it's like... And then, like, you just see, like, this dragon break out of a huge cage and fly into the sky. And, like, even if you're minding your own business, you would see that event, and that would never leave you. You'd be like, I was there when this happened. I got to see that. And here's a recording of it, right? Because you got a bunch of streamers watching it. That's the kind of thing that I always wanted ESO to do. And, I mean, on occasion I find myself revisiting footage of Final Fantasy XIV's, like, original last moments before it completely went down. And how cool it was that everyone was experiencing this event at the same time. I always liked that. Now... I can't act like I know how it's gonna be when the wall drops. It could literally just be like maybe a cutscene? I don't know. But I like the idea a lot. So props to ZOS. I think they found a good balance. I think they found a really good balance about, like, the things that different portions of their community enjoy, right? It's like, hey, if you're into builds, subcrafting, you know, is very exciting. If you're into like, you know, exploring a zone, we've got a zone for you too. That's coming up, you know. If you're into trials, we still got a trial coming. We've got it all, you know. It's pretty hype. So I don't really think anyone should feel left out this year. It seems like they've got something for everybody. You wonder if the crafting thing they're talking about was taken from 14? Yeah, I don't know. But I think that a lot of people have been asking for it over time. And then they showcase it, and then everyone's just kind of like, cool, now give us crossplay. It's like you can't appease anyone. Oh, that's right, the outfit. Because there, the community does crafting quests to visually improve an area. Oh, wait, what? Is that? Oh, I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean by crafting. Thing we're taken from 14. I thought you were talking about like subclassing. The wall coming down is probably going to be a community progress event, maybe, but it sounds like it's going to be a little bit easier to track, I think, than that. It sounds like it sounded like a different vibe, but I could be wrong. They said something that suggested to be something that 14 has, not the subclassing. Okay. I don't know what that would be, though. Like, doing your daily writs, it works towards a higher goal. See, that kind of stuff just goes over my head. But I'm going to revisit the stream, not tonight, because I think it would be better to do closer to the weekend, and also I've got to fix my computer. But I'm going to be going over the stream again, and I'm going to catch what I missed. Because there's just so much going on during these streams. It's basically like, it's literally like a big event in my household, you know? I took the day off. Mom and Dad are both, you know, making sure they're there to everyone watching it at the same time. And so when you're doing something like that, you're just getting so much information hitting you at once, and it's like, I got to go back and like rewatch. Why did I do that? Okay. I might prefer this, actually. Or do I prefer this? I prefer this, I think. Okay, so, that's done now. Courtyard furnishings. I got the new, since I already pre-ordered. By the way, I'm really glad they don't have the pre-order bonus. They don't have the deluxe editions anymore, because like I was always conflicted about if I should get that or not. Now it's way much easier just to go, yeah, I'm gonna pre-order. Like, that's it. I'm just gonna pre-order. I don't need to worry about pre-ordering a deluxe edition or whatnot. They just give you the good stuff. However, the good stuff doesn't seem to fully render yet. There seems to be a little bit of an error. Hopefully they fix it, because this portal doesn't show up. But I'm looking forward to when it does. There was a standard, deluxe, and epic, or whatever. There was a standard, and then there was a premium. Premium was basically for getting all the past chapters, which I don't need because I already got them. What's a courtyard furnishing? What counts? Oh, you know what? I bet the, I bet the statue counts as a courtyard furnishing. I would assume that probably makes sense. You got the middle one with the extra stuff, but not with the chapters. Yep, same. Same. Good stuff, though. So I'm guessing this is probably a courtyard furnishing. I didn't even see. I could have, but I didn't look. Are you a courtyard furnishing? Really? You're not? Huh. That's actually surprising. Wait, you are a courtyard furnishing. Oh, I have to do it twice. Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was really surprised there. You know, it's funny, I literally should have just taken him to the house that I wanted to take him to. Which I'm gonna do now. I just remembered my other two are in my other house. I cannot wait until they fix that. I cannot wait because like I've been looking forward to a Portal recall like that for ages. Like the recalls, like there's recalls where it looks like you don't really know what you're doing. You know, it's like honestly the Frozen one I kind of wanted, but it also kind of makes me look like Klaus doesn't know what he's doing. I was like, I want a cool recall that makes him look like a powerful mage that understands what he's doing. That's what I want. And of course, then there was the wizard orb one with the purple. I think I prefer this one though. It's a little less. I think it obscures the vision less. So I'm honestly pretty tired. It did not work today, but I got up an hour earlier than I'm used to because I mean this thing started at 2 and I generally get into work at like at 3 and I wake up I generally wake up at like 2:30. There we go. Look at that. Good stuff. Oh, no. We got them all just in time. Anniversary. Looks like he's gonna hit me on the back of the head there. I'll look like they're about to attack me. Okay, weekly, and I obviously I've got my pursuit. I got my cool outfit. Now, basically, I restarted my PC. I updated it. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. I thought that I was safe this time. Because I was like, oh, the last update was probably a fluke because updates are supposed to work. Nope, this update still screws with my PC. It does not want to work. So I desperately searched for some kind of way out, and I cannot recover my PC back to its previous version. It does not let you do that for some reason. So I'm pretty much stuck. But I did look for a system restore checkpoint, and weirdly enough, it looks like Windows installed a checkpoint right before the update. Now, I don't know why that might have happened. Oh, hold on, there's also one on the 4th. Kind of around the same time, 11/24, not 34. See, I'm wondering if Microsoft might like have it set now where the PC automatically makes a restore point before an update because they've been getting so many issues, but I don't know. But I do have a restore point here, and I'm going to be taking it, which hopefully should clear me for smooth weekend streams. Please, 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 because I've got a big one coming up. I've got the UESP stream where I got to talk about what's coming up. I have to be a commercial, guys. So. Hold on, let me show you guys. I want to show you guys something. I'm gonna show you my new phone. Hold on, do I have my camera on, don't I? Yes. Okay. Are the frames good? I got a new phone. Oh wow, look how shiny it is. See, it's so shiny you can see clouds in it. Whoa. Whoa. That's incredible. Of course, it's still got the wrapping, I think, on the back, because you can still see this thingy. But yeah, new phone. What costume or outfit is your Argonian wearing? This is the Golden Pursuit reward. Once you do enough of these Golden Pursuit thingies, you will unlock the 10-year anniversary Breton hero outfit. And yes, it is very good. Hi, Tiger. Annie, hello. It's a big day, Annie. A big day, but a short stream because I'm gonna have to raid soon probably so I can fix my PC. But I will be live. I'll be live tomorrow, and then I've got streams on Saturday and then a stream on Sunday. It's a funny thing you don't have and don't want to. You need one. It's pretty neat having a little information box. This is the most expensive phone that I bought, though. Not hyper expensive, but a little less than $200. It's an A16. I'm moving up from an A12. It was a little bit of a pain getting them to communicate with each other so I can get my data, but I think I've done a good job. I've got Telegram on it. I've got Discord on it now. I think I do. I've got Facebook on it. Blue Sky. I'm keeping Twitter uninstalled because I'm trying to limit my doom scrolling. That was my New Year's resolution. We're 4 months in, and I'm still pretty good at it. There's been a few times where I've been on Twitter without using the app, but for the most part, I'm pretty good at it. But yeah, so basically today a lot of big ESO news. This is ESO, day. This was such a big day that I took the day off, and I don't generally do that, and it was worth it. There's a lot to see today. So basically, for those that don't know, new ESO content revealed. It's a lot of stuff. Basically, they're just like telling us what is coming out this year. And to start with, I kind of thought that if we got a zone this year, we'd be looking at a zone in the fall. But it looks like that we're getting a zone split into 2 updates, one in the summer and then one in the fall, which means that we're going to be able to explore this place as soon as June, which is pretty exciting. Because I definitely thought that we were going to be having to wait longer than that. And then we are going to be getting a trial, I believe, with that part 1. I don't know if it comes with part 1 or part 2, but we are going to be getting a trial. And we're also going to be getting a quarter 3 is going to have 2 dungeons, so it's going to be pretty standard. Quarter 1 has 2 dungeons, quarter 3 has 2 dungeons, quarter 2 and 4 are zone related. It's kind of like old times, to be honest. Did we get a where? Yes. So I know that I had theorized. I had theorized that it was going to be this island right here because I was like, I'm getting the vibes of this portion of Tamriel from what we've seen in the hints thus far. And then also I theorized with my friend Zillik that it could be Soul Rest because, again, this is the same general area and this is a big open space. However, where this is located is a brand new island that they are making up. They're adding to the lore. It is going to actually be right here, so it's pretty dang close. I was pretty dang close. It's going to be right here, and it's going to be an island called Solstice. And it is a tropical island that is inhabited by Argonians and Altmer. they said with a cool history that I'm really eager to learn about because, you know, I'm interested to learn about how this island came to be. And let me give me a second. Let me get the website. What do we got here? Okay. All right, so this the basically the season that we're talking about here is called Seasons of the Worm Cult. Basically the story is about like the Worm Cult's reemergence and like attempt to get revenge for the base game main quest that happened back in, you know, back when the game released. So it's a, you know, 10 years later, the Worm Cult is back kind of a thing. So this is, you know, what Solstice looks like, right? You can see the Zanmir stuff in the tropical environment because of its, you know, its proximity to Black Marsh. You're also going to see a lot of Altmer architecture. Ring. Yeah, it is odd that they're not filling out the current map, but I'm thinking they probably just wanted a testing ground for this new format or something. I don't know. It is weird. It is interesting that they didn't choose one of those areas. Because this is the first time they've made a new land. I mean, they've made new Realms of Oblivion, like Fargrave is new. And the Sisters Archipelago isn't new. High Isle and Galen and Amanos are new as concepts. Like, but the Sisters Isles technically wasn't new. They did exist on a map. This is a new place to my knowledge. So, basically, this is the way that the game's gonna work now. You're gonna purchase a season, and that season gives you over time everything as it comes out, so you don't have to worry about like buying things in pieces. I don't know if this is gonna be a baseline price forever, but the seasons are $50. And basically what you're looking at is a zone that is released over 2 updates and 2 dungeon packs. Right? That is 4 dungeons and a zone for $50, which, considering that zones, you know, chapters were $40, that's not really a bad price. When you think about it. Also, like, I'll show you guys the roadmap later. I did it earlier, but I should have it somewhere around here. But basically, that's how seasons are going to work. You do a baseline purchase, and then you just kind of sit back and enjoy the content as it releases. So, let me show you a few more pictures. Right, so like this is Sunport, I believe they called it. Yeah, Sunport, there it is. So this is like probably the main city that exists here on Solstice, and I'm kind of eager to see, who we can talk to and how the crafting area is and all that stuff. I don't really expect it to have a mages guild or a fighters guild. I guess maybe they might, but it would be like brand new because this place is meant to be pretty isolated. You wish you had done this earlier? Could have paid $50 for all of Elsewhere? Kinda, but Elsewhere would have been more, right? So, like, Elsewhere would have been a chapter, a small zone DLC, and 4 dungeons. And that would have been more, because I don't foresee Solstice being the size of a chapter and a small zone. I see it maybe being the size of a chapter, potentially. But we'll see. So, like, part 1 is going to be Western Solstice, right? Now, Solstice is divided into halves by a massive barrier comprised of congealed souls, which is pretty disturbing. It's called the Writhing Wall, and the Writhing Wall keeps you from going from the western portion to the eastern portion. So eastern is completely unreachable to the players, and so you'll need to break through the wall during an event that will happen in quarter 3. Think they mean the last tier of the pass? The last tier of the pass is 80, though. Okay, so it gives some details here. Despite being a zone divided, you'll find that Western Solstice is full of challenges and rewards, including new world bosses, delves, a public dungeon, and a brand new trial, the Ossian Cage. Now, we knew about the Ossian Cage, but I didn't know that we were going to be getting a public dungeon, which is always a relief, because I love my public dungeons. 16 antiquities, not bad, not bad. 3 new mythic items, pretty good. 4 new trial item sets, including perfected versions. And a host of other rewards, including even more item sets, tons of collectibles, crafting motifs to pets. You'll receive a 10% experience boost from adventuring in Solstice all year. I'm wondering if Eastern Solstice will also have a public dungeon. I'm kind of interested to see if we're going to be getting 2, and I'm glad that we're at least going to be getting 1. I love that style that Gabrielle has. Yeah, this is Gabrielle Benelli here. It's got like she's got like this Eye of Magnus-esque thing on her staff here. That's just such a cool style. Also, Raz is here. So let's see. So this is the Writhing Wall event. As exciting as all that is, Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1 is only the beginning, with more unlocking over 2025 as part of the same purchase. In Quarter 3, Quarter 4, exact timing to be determined. So don't bother trying to ask anybody, they would have told us. You can band together with other players across Tamriel to bring down the Writhing Wall in a world-changing one-time event. I'm really looking forward to this. This is pretty exciting. Was Magnus before or after ESO events? Like, Magnus as in, like, the being? Existing? Or are we talking about, like, the Eye of Magnus quest and Skyrim? Hi, Leaf! I gotta get my... I think my phone's connected to Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure it is. I like this picture, though. Also, this guy's got Dawnbreaker, which is very exciting. It looks like that he has an Ouroboros on his shield. I don't quite know what style this is. I think that's the Ouroboros. Huh. Hype! The person who created the eye or was named after... Yeah, Magnus is a god. Magnus is like the god of magic. He's essentially the guy that wrote the blueprints for how the Mundus was made. And then when everything was being created, he realized that it really wasn't worth it, because in order to create, one must sacrifice, and he didn't want to end up as a well, I guess in quotes, dead god like the other gods. So he abandoned the project and then bust a hole through the firmament, which made the sun, and then all of his followers followed suit, which made the stars. So Magnus as a whole is a deity. Now, the Eye of Magnus and stuff, it's very mysterious about its connections. I don't really know if we know the origins of the Staff of Magnus. I'm trying to remember. But the eye is very mysterious. You thought Magnus was a powerful sorcerer? You might be thinking of... I don't know. I mean, it does sound like the name of a sorcerer. You could probably have a sorcerer named Magnus. I mean, it'd be kind of on the nose, but it'd be fitting. Using the advantages gained in your Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1 adventures, the forces opposing the Worm Cult have a plan to pierce the barrier and prepare for a true assault on the Worm Cult's base in Eastern Solstice. Eastern Solstice is going to have a very different vibe from Western Solstice. You're going to have a very warm-cold kind of a contrast, and I think that's probably why they chose the term solstice. I don't know, like summer solstice and winter solstice. They'll need help to do it, though. Help from all across Tamriel. Join with other players for activities in Solstice and beyond to complete in the event and unbar the way forward. You can even help the war effort with just base game access as people all across Tamriel can gather resources to help fuel the assault. Oh! Okay, that's probably where the crafting comes in. This is the Worm Cult Part 2! This is going to be the second half. This is going to be the Did someone find me? Hiding Fox. Oh. It's a Gone Crazy Back Soon is here. I was like, who found me? I guess I'm making myself a little bit obvious. Alright, so hold on, what if I just open Chrome? Will that help? If I do Chrome, which window will it do? And oh, nope, wrong window. That's you guys. That's a different window. Properties. Window. Here we go. Okay, so they're texting me. I forgot I was standing outside this house and they were like, "What are you doing standing outside my house?" So, your name is green on your end? Oh, why is that? I was actually thinking about that recently. I was thinking about, like, how, like, if people's names are different colors from what they actually, like, look like to me. Okay, I'm gonna get somewhere safe. Alright, here we go, here we go. So, Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 2. Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 2 arrives in Quarter 4 and gives you the opportunity to finally uncover just what these villains have been hiding behind the arcane barrier. Be warned, Eastern Solstice is far less welcoming than the previous territory, thanks to the Worm Cult's malign influence. It's coming out in the colder months. Solstice's second half introduces you to yet more challenges and rewards with additional world bosses, delves, another public dungeon, and new rewards, both exclusive to the new content and shared across the unified Solstice zone. You can expect 3 new Overland item sets, giving Solstice 6 in total once Part 2 unlocks, 3 more mythic items, and many more items and collectibles to earn. This is incredible news. Getting, like, another public dungeon, getting 2 of them. I'm gonna guess this is one zone and not cut into 2 zones, but I could be wrong. Like, you're not gonna have to, like, port to these 2 zones, are you? I don't think so. So it's just gonna have like six sets to collect. How does that work? I guess, like, do certain bosses, like, give you the other drops? I guess, like, you have to be, I don't know. How does that work? It's random unless you change the settings to you have a certain color like you did. Oh, okay, that explains why Krace is purple. Dungeon packs. The year's new content isn't limited to Solstice, as the 2025 content pass also includes access to a host of 4-player dungeons in 2025. 2 of them, Exiled Redoubt and Lepseclusa, are already available as part of the Fallen Banners dungeon pack, which we did. Very fun. Kind of hoping to do Exiled Redoubt with Mom and Dad on Sunday. In Quarter 3, you'll also face new threats. By the way, they didn't really talk about this on the stream, I don't think, so you might be hearing it here first. But you might have also read this, so I don't know. I don't recall them saying this on stream. In Quarter 3, you'll face new threats in the Feast of Shadows dungeon pack, which contains the dungeons Black Gem Foundry and Naj Kaldish. Assault the Daedric Forge, supplying the Worm Cult from Cold Harbor, and fight to stop their corruption of an ancient Zanmir as you battle through these 4 new 4-player challenges, each with their own unique rewards. So this is just another solid dungeon pack, as usual, good stuff. It's really a relief that they're just kind of sticking to it's not too different of a format when you think about it. It kind of reminds me of the format that we had back in the year-long adventure days, but with a chapter for quarter 2 and 4, and instead of like having a chapter for quarter 2 and then a smaller for 4, you just have a chapter strewn between those two, and you got 2 dungeons in quarter 1, 2 dungeons in quarter 3. Pretty standard. Now, is it going to be like this every year? Probably not. I don't know if... I think, they said, some seasons are going to be 3 months, some seasons are going to be 6. So, you really just can't sit there and go, this is going to be how it's going to be from now on. But it's good to see at least that it is still possible. And they're going to be doing it this year. So, what do we got here? Seasons of Adventure and Danger. With 4 major releases, including both Western and Eastern Solstice. 4 dungeons and a special one-time event. It's a full year of adventures, challenges, and changes coming your way with the 2025 Content Pass. How do you plan to make your stand against the Worm Cult's return? Are you excited to begin your journey into Solstice? So here's my question for you guys. Do you think that we're looking at 2 zones, like Western Solstice is going to be a zone, and then Eastern Solstice is going to be a zone? Or do you think it's all one zone that literally players cannot physically move past the barrier to perceive the rest of the zone? They kind of capitalize them, which makes you think they're going to be 2 zones, but I don't know, because that's like Western Skyrim is capitalized. It would also help a lot with making sure that drops are delegated to specific zones. It'd be cool if the working together mechanic helped unlock the second area. Well, that is how it's going to be. Players are going to work together to unlock the second half of the island when quarter 3 drops. So quarter 3 is going to be dungeons, and then also it's going to be players tearing down the wall all together. But I don't know if we are actually unlocking the rest of a physical zone or a second zone period.
How invigorating!
Because I know that Craglorn released in halves, right? But I don't know what that was like back then. Like, could someone break the boundary or something? I could see someone trying to break the boundary. Break through the writhing wall. Can't grab that mushroom. Xandar would not be happy with me. They haven't said anything about world events, though, so I'm wondering if there are no world events. Though it might be that the Rising Wall itself is like a big world event. Like if you get close enough, I don't know. Maybe like they would have events that are associated with those. I don't know. Like a daily where you go to the wall, fight some stuff off. It's kind of what you meant. All the stuff that's involved with multiplayer stuff reaches a goal point. We work together to knock it down. We'll see how it's formatted. I know there's like siege weapon building and stuff like that to take down the wall over time.
We can use this.
I'm sure it'll take a while. It kind of reminds me of some version of like the Ghost Fence, but like worse, obviously. But it does bring that to mind, right? If anyone's familiar with the Ghost Fence, I think it kind of gives me the same vibe, but much darker. So yeah, I think that we'd be seeing obviously a lot more ancient Argonian stuff. Now I know that I've been talking about a lot of how the mechanics are going to work, but let's talk about lore. Now we don't really know all that much, right? I mean, like it's pretty simple so far, but I've got a theory. So story-wise, we just know that the Worm Cult is back, and they're doing their worm culty things, their wormy things. And so, you know, there's a lot of, like, necromancy and flesh atronachs and whatnot involved, soul stuff. Now, the island that this whole thing is located on is right here to the south of Blackmarsh, and it is populated by Argonians, but that's kind of obvious, right? I mean, it's like, well, duh, there's going to be Argonians there, but there's also Altmer there. Now that's like, what? Why are there Altmer here? How does that make any sense? Why here? Right? I mean, like, it's kind of strange. Now, here's my theory. When I heard that this was going to be like populated by Altmer, my brain instantly went to the only connection I can think of between Argonians and the elves, and that is Topal the pilot. Now, there's basically, like, as I said before, when the elves made their home on Somerset, they eventually were like, well, let's actually go back to our homeland and see what it's like there, even though they really didn't quite know where their homeland was in relation to Somerset. So what they did was they sent several ships off the coast of Firsthold, if I recall correctly, it was like around here. So they sent out a few ships. One ship, I think, goes south, right? So one ship goes south, and they're never heard from again. One ship goes west, I believe. Never heard from again. And then the other ship that was piloted by Topal, called the Niben. The Niben was to go north, and they did go north, and they ended up obviously hitting Tamriel land, right? Because they're actually going towards some landmass of Tamriel. So they end up discovering like the Iliac Bay, and then going up the northern end, and going by Skyrim, and then going all the way around, and then going down here by what was probably Necrom, and then going down, and they just keep going until they kind of loop around this way, and then they make a turn, believing that they're heading back home, I believe, and they end up in what will be known as the Topal Bay. They proceed to continue on north through a river that is known as the Niben River, named after the boat. It continues on north. They just keep going until eventually they reach Lake Rumer, and they meet a strange species of bird people, and which they kind of like make friends with. Eventually, Topal does leave. He goes back down, and Topal just kind of leaves and heads down this coast and then goes back home. And he was like, guess what, guys, I didn't find our homeland, but I found a lot of other stuff, like a lot of other stuff. Now this is mostly documented in a document known as the I think Ubuntu Nibene or something. I'm trying to recall the name right now. I'm very tired. It's essentially, I think, translated to Father of the Niben. If you want to read it, just Google Father of the Niben, and the translated version will show up. Now, basically, I'm thinking that at some point, there's a crossover point, right? The elves head this way, and they literally had to cross by that island. I mean, like, at least it would be close by. That intersection point is what I just can't seem to ignore. Now, Argonians were no doubt already living on this island, but ancient elves would have had a chance to experience that island. Now, additional evidence is that there is a home on Solstice that they called I believe they called it like the Hall of the Ancients, and the Ancients is generally the term that ESO likes to use for the Aldmer, which were the Altmer's, ancestors, which is what Topal the Pilot was, right? Because this was back in the Aldmeri days. So it pretty much kind of all lines up. I think that might be what we're looking at. It could just be that it's a bunch of, because they said the society is focused on outcasts, so it could be that it's just a society of outcasts that need to find a place as far away from Somerset as possible. I don't know. But I will say that we did get some Topal the Pilot lore earlier this year. Literally, by what could potentially be an insane coincidence, we got an extra potential fragment of the Father of the Niben, which we haven't seen since the book was released, when Skyrim released in 2011. Right? So that's been a long time since we've seen a fragment of that text. And the text about Topal the Pilot was about him interacting with Argonians. Granted, it sounded like it took place here, but I guess maybe I should look at it differently now. It sounded like, though to me it did sound like it would have taken place here, but maybe if I reread it, maybe I'll think of it differently. You do want to point out that they specifically mentioned that some high elf houses are built atop Argonian structures? Yep. Yeah, they're living together. I do believe the Argonians had to be there first, there's really no question. But, oh my god. That scared me. So maybe I should like reread that fragment of the Father of the Niben, and maybe I'll see it differently. Because if I look at it in the context of Solstice, maybe like that. Maybe I was reading a spoiler that whole time. I don't know. Living together wouldn't suggest one structure was there before the other moved in. Well, no, they literally are living together, though. They are living together. I mean, they just kind of... I mean, granted, I don't know how close they are. I'll give you that. But it sounds like there's general peace between the two of them. Well, here's the thing. Argonians don't even live on those structures. So they probably just said, go ahead, build on the Zanmir, because they don't use them anymore. At least I'm assuming they don't. Are the Mythic Dawn the successor to the Waking Flame, or just two different Daedric cults? I think I would put the Mythic Dawn in just a different category. There's been a lot of different Daegonic cults. There's even a book about them in ESO. But obviously they don't reference the Mythic Dawn because it doesn't exist yet. But let me see it. Let me see if I even spelled that right. No. No, not this one either. obviously this is going to be a little bit annoying trying to find it, but... Or the Waking Flame, let's maybe... no. I don't think this is it either. We're getting as maybe the Argonians were long there before the Hyles arrived? Oh, definitely, no question. I 100% think they were. Of course, this was really early, you know. Topal the Pilot's journey was pretty early, if that is the origin. Here we are, Dagonists Through the Ages. So here's a book that talks about like some various Dagonic cults. You've got like the Brotherhood of Destruction, the Bloodfire cult. Here's the Order of the Waking Flame. So yeah, there's been quite a few cults. The Mythic Dawn had a different kind of thing going on than the Waking Flame, but so, I mean, they did like, follow the same Daedric prince, but I don't really see that much in common with the two of them aside from that. I mean, like, Mankar Cameron already, he's a very different leader, I think, than what the Waking Flame had. In terms of his, like, religious beliefs, for example, I don't really see a lot of that from... the Flame, which is basically just kind of like a good old destroy everything and start over.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
I guess this is kind of the general vibe of Dagon, though. But I believe they just appreciated the same guy, the same big red guy with 4 arms. Oh, by the way, I got this mount. I haven't even used it yet. It's pretty neat. It's like he glows almost. Oh my goodness. So it's kind of said, like, it's not really spoken about a lot, but basically there are some claims that Blackmarsh is essentially kind of like a fragment of the world that the Hist came from, and a lot of it was sunk beneath the ocean. And if that's the case, then it might be kind of cool to see like a segment that's sticking out, like down here. It's like, how far does it reach? What's the horse's name? I can tell you the name that they gave the horse, but I don't know what I would name the horse. Gloridia, the horse. She's been my faithful steed through every battle, never lost her footing even once. There were plenty of close calls, mind you, but whenever I thought we were finished, she'd find some narrow path forward, and here we are. Captain Morel. Well, I want to go somewhere sunny really quick. Oh, this is a good place. Butterscotch. Hi, Driz. I probably already have a horse named Butterscotch, to be honest. I have so many mounts. Or it could be like a Welwa or something. Alright. Hold on. I gotta find this. Where is it? Alright, here we go. I gotta be somewhere sunny. Alright. I'm just going. My face is melting into the rock here, but I'm just basking in the sun now. If I pick somewhere like on the ground, is it less likely that I'm going to be like, my face is going to be sinking into the dirt?
Quality material makes for quality goods.
Eh. Still kind of in the dirt. I need somewhere really flat. I mean, like a really, really flat group, like bunch of sand, potentially near water of some kind. Also, I did get this. It's just like in the middle of elsewhere. I'm on vacation. Can't you see? This is delightful vacation. Yeah, I've been to a tropical island before. I went back in 23. And it's just as good as you'd think. I just kind of wish I could have lasted or stayed longer there. Before that stupid plane found me. And those people were just kind of like, come home, people miss you, it's been 3 months or whatever. I was like, no. Some warm sands, yeah. Warm sands. Oh, no, he's gonna get mad at me if I take this. I can't. He's so piggy. No, this wouldn't be a good place to sunbathe. That's Senshi Rot. Oh wait, I was gonna say that's a good place, but I don't want to disturb them. This? No, that's the same mushroom, isn't it? I'm not gonna take that. All right, here goes. I don't really see this one going perfectly either. Yeah, that's better. I kind of look like I died, but I'm just resting. Lizards just like to rest on warm rocks. It's just a thing. Is the saying literal? Or does warm sands have another meaning? I just think it's kind of like a stay moist. Though you'd think that, well, I mean, warm sands is good. Hot sands aren't very good. Cold sand feels weird. So I'd say warm sands. Alright, I'm getting up. Oh man, I sound so old. It's like, ah! Mine.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting not getting like a world event. At least it doesn't seem like we're gonna be getting world events, but the wall itself is kind of a big world event. I mean, there's gotta be some way to get jewelry, right? Sounds on the brink of exactly 56 Earth rotations around the sun. Like me in real life. Most of my viewers just collectively thought, wait, how old is this guy? I'm not really getting much in the way of dropped frames now, but I'm still gonna try to fix it in a bit. Because, you know, with the weekend coming up, you just can't be too sure. There's no way I want to walk into the weekend with bad frames. What do you like, 17 going on 63? Your viewers basically know your age. No. I mean, like, you guys might, you know, you two do. But I wouldn't say that. I'd say that probably only like 3 or 4 of you know my age. I mean, no one can ever guess it by seeing me. I went to the barber shop, right? Or I went to get my hair cut, and they asked me how old I was, and when I told them, what the heck? Why can't I? They were like, they were like, no. I refuse to believe that. And honestly, you think that would be good, right? You think like, well, that sounds like a good thing. Like, not really. I'm pretty tired of it, to be honest. But hey. You think I look my age? You're just saying that to be contrarian, though. Something off topic, you've been working on getting achievement for a game is... Got a funny name of funnier in context. People don't have a good age detector? Oh, but you do. What if both of your age detectors are just off and they have a good age detector, huh? I think ours can be guided by actually knowing your age. Yeah, you guys have a bias. Over time, you're like, yeah, that seems about right. Nope. Just like how people don't have a good gaydar. That's true. People misread me all the time. You don't think bias is the word for it, but basically, somewhere around there. Somewhere in the ballpark. Should probably have sharp for this, to be honest, but whatever. Sneaks up and takes Cloud's coin purse. Cloud doesn't just have a simple coin purse. He has a standard type of, it's a type of coin purse that he has to unlock with like a specific rune function. He would not just have a standard coin purse. Like basically you just got a normal coin purse with nothing in it, essentially. Without the proper rune function, you don't get all his gold. I guess it's kind of like a credit card. Does it also work as a bag of holding? Yeah, that's kind of how his hat works too. That's how his horns fit in his hat without scratching it up. He kind of like magics his horns away. Laughs in only knowing they're somewhere in their 20s? Barely. I'm barely in my 20s. Is this a Dragon U or ESO U? ESO me. Dragon me stores coins very differently. This is a great place to fish. There's not like any mobs annoying me. There's some good shade around. There's water. The water helps. Oh, nice. Freshwater blenny. Sorry, you meant in terms of the horns thing? Yeah, well, either way. Either way. We're still talking about clouds. I don't really wear a hat. I mean, I guess I do sometimes. I think I do on, like... I've done it for Christmas before. I probably have, like, a... I think I have a birthday hat somewhere that I've worn. Okay, you know what? I'm actually just... I probably have, like, one thing left in this thing, but I might as well.
What are we up to today?
Crap, I probably did that too fast, didn't I? Hold on. I do have a redeem about hats. Yes, Drizzy did make me wear, like, 5 hats. I decided to turn off my face cam forever. I'm just kidding.
Couldn't have
Whoa.
landed that better myself.
Galaxius? That's like the coolest name for a fish ever. What the heck? Why is a fish called a Galaxius? That's like the most badass fish name I've ever heard. Or like a medication. You do it again? Wow, there's actually a lot in this one. Ah, shouldn't have said anything. You've always been on the fence about lizard folks' horns. Sometimes they work, but other times it feels excessive. I think it works. Lizards are just... They can be horny. Where'd the special fish go? The Galax... Is that like a thing that I collected? Like a... something I can use in, like, potions and stuff? Is that what that was? I swear I saw a fish with a cool name. We're in B. Come on, come on. A, B, C, D. E, F, G. No, wait. No. What? Wait, where's the cool fish name? I swear to God, I saw it. It's not a quest item. What? Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. I guess I wasn't. Oh, you know what? Was I just looking at, like, my containers? I probably was. Galaxius! Most badass fish in the world. I'm gonna sell him for 90 gold. Freshwater Blenny! Blenny sounds like he has a talk show. Speckled Dace. I've been doing pretty good. Swear to Vivek or else. Why'd you spell his name like that? It seems a little heretical to spell his name incorrectly. Wait. Should I, this is something I can open, right? Oh crap, I didn't open these. Silly me. Yeah, but I can't open this. Okay, well, I got some runes. Jewelry crafting, clothier. Oh, that's not where I expected it to be. Fish jumps out of pocket, no one will ever believe you. Swims away. Because it's bad to call their name out in vain, have you learned nothing? You're just saying the name. And also, if it's bad, then why do you want me to do it? Why do you want me to swear in his name? My whole like eating schedule is off. Like I had a dinner, but like I had dinner around when I have lunch, and so like now I need to have something else because I usually have dinner around this time. I'm so confused. But like I ate what I was supposed to have for dinner for what is essentially lunch. So it's like, then what do I have for dinner? And I know it's like midnight, so that's generally when I have dinner, is around 11.
You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out.
Okay, where is this? This is not it. I don't think it's Paradox. Maybe I could make some soup. Oh my god, wait, why is there a hole here? Why is there a hole here? Is there supposed to be a hole here? It's just like the void inside. It's not like a dungeon that's supposed to be here, no? Of course it is. I swear to Vivek. It's not. Night Tiger, thanks for something, bye. Oh, I found it. Here it is. Nice. Interesting that it uses that animation. I guess that makes more sense, doesn't it? Okay, we good? Oh, wait, hold on. There's some over here. Okay. You don't swear to him, that's a bad thing. Alright. I should probably... should probably try to work on fixing my computer, because, like, I'm gonna need to have it working as normal tomorrow night. And I have a goal in mind, like, I've got a method to do it. But let's see. Who's live? We're going to raid... Wow, a lot of people. On a Thursday night. Oh, unless you did it with a C instead of a K. You know what? I did it with a C. I'm going to be rating us to... Nisness. Or is it Nice Nice? I think it's Nisness. We're gonna be rating her. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna be live tomorrow at around 11:30 p.m. C is bad to do, K is good. That's what I mean. I don't care. You can't control me. I'm unstoppable. I'm gonna be active around 11:30 tomorrow. So yeah, Friday, Central Time, PM. And then Saturday should be the UESP stream around 5 p.m. Central Time. You're right, at dusk. I'm not sure what car that is. It sounds cool. And then Saturday night, I'm going to be live on this channel, 9 p.m. Central Time. And Sunday night should be 7 p.m. Central Time, so just kind of the standard schedule as usual. And obviously, we're probably going to be chatting a bit about what was revealed and all that stuff. Pretty excited that it's coming soon, right? And PTS is going to be even sooner, but I'm not going to do that because I'm kind of not really a PTS guy. I kind of like to wait until things are released. But yeah, we're going to be rating Cuteness. Thank you guys so much for being here. It is appreciated. I know this is kind of a short stream. It probably would have been longer if I wasn't having computer problems. But oh yeah, also before I forget, we're going to be doing the prologue quest, I want to say on Sunday. It's either going to be Saturday or Sunday. Either, like, I'm planning on doing an Exiled Redoubt run with Mom and Dad on one of those days, and then we're going to do the prologue on the other. Thank you for the nerd root. I appreciate it. I need to find something to eat. But, like, I don't know. You know what? Again, soup doesn't sound so bad. And it's like 70 degrees. Dusk. Anyway, I hope y'all are excited as I am. I'm pretty hyped. Give me a minute to get this raid ready. When am I getting the last companion? That is true. We should do that as well. Zeroth Var, maybe next week? Because, like, I'm really just excited about... I gotta do that prologue quest. I gotta do it before someone spoils something for me. So, Zeroth will probably be maybe next weekend. But yeah, he's gonna be next. He's got to be, like, soon. Because, like, now I know exactly when, like, Solstice is gonna come out, and it's way sooner than I thought. So, you know, it's gotta happen, you know, within the next month. I'd say probably next weekend. But yeah, I will see you all next time. I appreciate you being here. I'll still be obviously open in for contact, probably for a very long time. If anyone wants to text me, I will see you next time. Bye.
you